So welcome back, and we have discussed a lot today about digitization in the dental industry, about digital workflows and 3D printing. And to conclude, we would like to bring together some of today's experts in this roundtable discussion to give an outlook on what to expect in the near future of this industry. But first, let's introduce our panel. If you'd like to give us one sentence about who you are and what you do for anyone who just tuned in, that would be great. Fabian.
Yeah, I'm Fabian Oberhofer. I'm a dental technician and studied dental technologies. And here at DMG, I work in the product management digital solutions. And I'm responsible for our material portfolio, which means Laxa Print.
Yes, my name is Timm Gerling. I'm also a dental technician and a business economist. And I'm also part of the digital product management team, and I'm in charge for the software development of Dental Connect.
My name is Britta Meister-Petuker. I'm a master dental technician, and I'm the head of product management digital solution, and I'm responsible for the strategic position.
Hi, I'm Nick Sohnemann. I run a company called Future Candy, and my company is only loosely connected to the dental industry. I like to work for DMG. They are the friends and family of our company, but we look at many different industries, and I look with my innovative glasses onto the dental industry, and I had a little keynote earlier today, and you can watch it on our stream in Vimeo. But I can maybe say something about digitalization in general.
Yeah, I hope so, at least. Okay, then let's start with the first question, which is for you, Nick.
Okay.
Why are there so many practices not yet ready for digitization, and which mindset is needed for the future?
I don't think that you need a special mindset for the future, honestly. I think everybody can do it. The future is there. I mean, you can look at every magazine, every TV show, they all talk about digitalization at the moment. It's popular culture. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's more about how can you implement. And when you look at the doctors, the dentists, the technical practitioners, and so on, like how they need to ask themselves, why don't we do something? And I think there's many reasons for this. Sometimes it's operational business. You just open the door of your dental office, and then patients come in, and it's just the ongoing processes. That's why sometimes you prevent it from actually digitalization. And I think that's more the reason. I don't think you need a special mindset. Everybody can do it, and that's why we do events like this here. We had a long talk, like lot of presentations today. So just do it.
Mm. Yeah, if you say that everyone can do it, how does one actually become capable of innovation? And which skills should a practice or laboratory owner have for the future?
Okay, the skill set is, I mean, you need to be curious, interested, and you have this desire of changing. And I can give you a little story that I think it's helpful maybe for some of the listeners here. We work for very big companies as well, and medium-sized companies, and what they tend to do is they open an innovation office, so a special department where they say, okay, now these people working in this department are responsible for innovation. They get resources, they get time, or they get money, and they think about new business models, new processes for the employees. So they have the task of inventing something new for the company. And I think this logic applies to any business. And I think some companies, they basically have forgotten to do that. I think many banks on insurances, they have not done anything in the last 20 years. And I think the same applies to some of the dental offices and dental technicians. They basically have stayed the same in the last 10 or 20 years. They improved a little bit, yeah, and of course used new computers, but they haven't really fundamentally changed anything. And so now my suggestion is, why don't you start with opening a little team? If you don't have an entire team, just talk to one of your employees and say, let's spend 1 day a month for 5 hours, sit down, or 3 hours, we sit down, we don't talk about patients, we just think about new business models. So just take yourself out of the operational business and spend some time thinking about it. This is how big companies do it as well. They just have little bit more resources, of course, but every small company can do it as well. Every small dental office can say, we dedicate a portion of our time to think about new processes, new technologies, and so on. So it's the same logic.
Mm-hmm. So I think before we go a bit more into detail, it might help if we all get a common understanding of what digitization is exactly. So what can digitization mean for dental practices and laboratories from a user's point of view?
Yeah, I think digitalization has these two dimensions for dental offices and dental technicians. One is the user, the UX, so the user interface. So that means the patient. So how does a patient who now has a smartphone, they order their pizza, they order their restaurant, they order their flights and everything on a smartphone. How does a user like this, a patient, want to interact with a dentist and a dental office? They, of course, want to book appointments, they want to have their records, they want to get suggestions, they want to have emails, they want to be in touch with their dentist, the same with this pizza service. So I think that's one dimension, like how do dental offices and dental technicians talk to the patients. Mm-hmm. The second dimension is the workflow, the internal workflow. How does a dental office now have how do they store the patient data? How do they interact with the employees? How do they send data to the dental technicians? I think this workflow processes is the second dimension, and we already heard some presentations today about possible cloud solutions, about working with 3D printers instead of prints the traditional way. I think that is these two dimensions: user interface to the customers and the patients, and then the second dimension is like the internal digital workflows. I think this means digitalization in the dental industry, and this is what all dentists, all dental technicians have to think about.
Mm-hmm. So let's assume that I'm convinced now that digitization is the future, and I want to give it a start now. How would I implement more digitization in practice, and how do I find out what's right for me?
I mean, if I really don't have a clue as a dentist, then maybe I start with my own employees. Some of the junior people, they are really good in digitalization. They have modern smartphones. They have computers at home. Ask them, how would they like to interact with a dentist in the modern age? Start with your own employees.
Mm. So what's your perspective as a supplier of dental technology, Tim?
Maybe I can also add an idea to that. So when you want to start with digitization in your dental office or also in the dental laboratory, like Nick just said, it is really interesting to take a look into the segments where you want to start. User experience, one thing, or the workflows. And especially with the workflows, from my personal point of view, I think it is very interesting to take a look into communication, or let's say more detailed, not only communication, let's say how to work and interact with others. So for example, a dental office or a dentist, how he can work together with a dental laboratory and how he can make the workflow more efficient, and also from the cost saving side and so on. So this is, from my point of view, a very interesting thing, and for that you need a very strong partner that maybe guide you through the process and find out what's good for them. And I think from my point of view, DMG is the ideal partner for that.
Mm-hmm. And how does DMG accompany me on my further digital development?
Maybe from the material point of view, I would say DMG offers a really gentle entry into the digital field, because all the materials that we are used to, like our models or our trays, we can print now. So we can print our whole model with removable dies if we want to. We can print our custom impression tray for an open impression for implants, for example. And we can include more and more materials in our workflow, so the customer can expand his own digitalization the way he wants. And so DMG is in my opinion, the perfect partner for that, since we do not only produce materials since nearly 60 years, but also produce medical products. And I think this is really important for you and your customers, of course, so that you have the security and the safety feeling that we can offer you. And safety is another point, because we have validated our materials and our whole digital workflow, our validated workflows, so everything is connected and validated together, our materials, our hardware and our software. And so in this way you will always get the best possible and biocompatible product for your customer.
Mm. So Britta is getting a bit nervous already. Would you like to add something?
Yes, with pleasure. So our philosophy is to work with our customers to develop their businesses, to be more efficient and profitable. With the unique flexibility and connectivity Dentamail provides, customers can adapt with the solution customized for their needs. And therefore, we have developed our new workflow, Dentamail Connect and the connectivity. And I'm just having a look at Tim, because he is the specialist for this subject. Maybe you can say some words to the new workflow.
Yeah, of course. So maybe I can add new comments to the new Dentamail Connect, connectivity workflow. So that was the word that I was searching for. So with our new connectivity workflow, we have now the possibility to give the dentist or also dental technicians a tailor-made workflow to their stages where they are currently within their digital workflow. That means, for example, a dentist that only wants to upload STL scan files can collaborate together with a dental laboratory, so we can upload the scan files and send it through the cloud, because Dentamail is a cloud-based software and ideal for connectivity, and sends it to the connected dental laboratory. And in this way they can start collaboration, and they also have the possibility to build up their workflow. For example, when they want to design, they have another option. So we have 4 different kind of options available for the dentists and dental technicians, and it's tailor-made to their needs. So that is what we have there.
Yeah, that sounds perfect, I'd say. Yeah, thanks. Britta, what does the future for Dentamail look like, and what are you planning next?
Yeah, we have big plans for the upcoming year. Our customers can expect more workflow choices, greater flexibility and greater connectivity. We remain committed to the benefits of the fast DLP printing with our partner RabbitShape. You might have seen the presentation Andreas Schulteis have done before. And overall, our aim is to bring automation to your current work in a predictable, supported manner.
Yeah, thanks. So before we close this talk session, Nick, are there any last words you have for us?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think digitalization is often a really complicated, abstract subject. Yeah, people think, oh, okay, yeah, I need to think about cloud technology and computers, and in the end, I mean, it means something good. We want to build better products for our end customers and patients. And the interesting story for me is, I mean, I'm now in touch with DMG for 2 years, and I must say, I mean, you're looking at a company that is in the same process as many of you. I mean, you now want to reinvent your practices and your laboratories, and they are in the same process. They are a traditional supplier for materials, and now they become a tech company. Yeah, I mean, they're building up a cloud technology, they're building up 3D printing, and they 3 humble guys now sitting here and telling you that they are inventing all this new technology. And I think this is an amazing story. And so you see, you have partners in crime. They're digitalizing the industry, and they want you to go with them. So I think this is the story. DMG is not trying to sell you something that just a new product. It's basically a new completely new concept of working with your patients. So maybe it's worthwhile talking to them. I really like what the company does, and especially because we are here in Hamburg, Germany. You don't always need to go to Silicon Valley or to Shenzhen and Beijing. You can talk about digitalization and new technology, and you can be in Germany and doing good things as well.
Yeah,
and you can change the very important dental industry. We all want to be healthy. We all want to have good teeth. So it's a good product that we're all working on. It's not something completely useless. It's good. We can live longer, and we can be good looking, and we can be healthy. So technology helps us in a good way. So that's my final word. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That was really quite motivating. And that was a perfect summary of the day. So thanks a lot, Nick, for this conclusion.
Okay,
and thanks everyone here on stage. Yeah, and this means we are coming now to an end of our DMG online program. And not sure how you feel, but my head is really spinning after so much input. So hopefully you're already digging in your heels at home and can't wait to digitize the dental world. And we hope to have given you some new impulses today and some some concrete suggestions to get started with a digital workflow in your practice or lab. Thanks everyone at home for listening, and I like to thank everyone here in the studio, in front of and behind the camera. And yeah, on behalf of DMG, I wish you a great evening and see you tomorrow in Cologne at the booth or in one of our many online seminars. Have a nice evening and bye-bye.